guys, Aubrey here from Projects in Racing, and welcome back to another video. And this one's another AMS2 video for you guys. We're going to be discussing GT3 cars, probably one of the biggest racing scenes in sim racing, the GT3 cars. And I've tested the GT3 cars in all the sims basically, and there are more sims I've spent more time in with the GT3 cars. Probably Automobilista 2 is one of the biggest ones. I've spent a fair bit of time in Assetto Corsa Competizione, Assetto Corsa, R Factor and Race Room, and we're going to be discussing the GT3 cars in Automobilista 2 because it's been out for a while now and there's been significant updates with Automobilista 2 in physics and the way the cars handle tyre and force feedback. We're up to version 1.3.8.3 at the moment, and since the last few updates there have been significant updates with physics of the cars and GT3 cars specifically as well. And I spent a lot of time this weekend driving the cars and just sussed them out and just remembering what they were like when we first started racing with Automobilista 2 quite some time ago. And yeah, they are so much better now, the GT3 cars. They've come a long way. They're probably still not perfect. A lot of people are going to compare this with Assetto Corsa Competizione. There's a lot of people there that really don't like Automobilista. And they think that, you know, obviously GT3 racing at its best is going to be Assetto Corsa Competizione. I mean, that might be true for some people, but I really enjoy AMS2 and the GT3 cars. I've had a couple of issues with Assetto Corsa Competizione with their GT3, and there's just some funny things that happened, and I still haven't figured out whether or not it's a problem on my end, but I had some issues with that and the car handling on ACC. But I'm not going to go into that because I haven't figured out if it's a problem on my end or whether or not it's just the way the sim is. But Automobilista 2 has come a long way now, and the GT3 cars specifically are way better. Now we're going to be talking quickly about force feedback with Automobilista 2. To get the most out of any car in sim racing, you are going to need your wheel, no matter what wheel. If you've got a Fanatec, Logitech, whatever. With AMS2, you might want to. You can download a force feedback file if you like, and for your specific wheel, if you like to go that way. But I have a Fanatec CSL DD, and I'm currently using Default Plus, and I'm very happy with it. I've set up the Fanatec software the way I like it with Automobilista 2. And force feedback is very important because we're feeling all the physics, the tyre model, and the way the cars are handling through our force feedback. Not everyone has motion on their sim rigs. Our wheels, we're feeling everything through the force feedback. So if you set your wheels up, guys, to the best you can, you do the best you can, Google it, do whatever you can, and get the most out of your wheel, and then you're going to get the most out of the physics of these cars in sim racing. And now with Automobilista 2, the GT3 cars I find are so much better. I had one gripe with the Porsche. The Porsche had to set the diff preload from 80 to 100. That is one of the biggest things I did with that. It made that car feel so much better for me. A lot of problems with the back end, especially on the smaller tracks like Alton Park and the shorter corners. I just had a lot of issues there. I wasn't overly happy with it, but it really fixed it when I put that to 100% preload. Little tip there, guys. Try it, see what you think. The other cars, the AMG, BMW and whatnot, I had none of that problem really with it. I've driven all these cars this weekend, and AMS2 GT3 cars have come so far, and I'm very happy with them. They're really good. I specifically like the AMG GT3 car, just the whole package with that car, with the way the force feedback is, the sounds, everything. The in-car, I did a lap of Nords on the end of this video if you want to watch that, guys. But yeah, I spent a lot of time racing against AI, and yeah, just coming to grips with whether or not the GT3 cars feel much better than what they used to, and yeah, they do. It is ridiculous how much better they are now. AMS2 when it first came out, or when specifically the GT3 cars were around, they weren't the best. I didn't play the sim when it first came out, but I did spend a fair bit of time before the game started, with the physics started updating to be a lot better. So all in all, the GT3 cars are way better. If you haven't tried it, guys, give it another go. If you prefer set of course competizione, then fair enough, but just give AMS2 another try with the GT3 cars, and like I said, make sure your force feedback is set up really well for your wheel, and you'll get the most out of the cars in Automobilista 2. The default setups of all the cars as well have come a long way with all the updates as well, and now the default setups are that good that people have been setting some super fast times with the default setups. I spent a lot of time this weekend with the default setups on all the GT3 cars and set some pretty good times with Alton Park and Nordschleife. And it's good because people jumping into the sim scene could jump in these cars, and they're pretty well set up to go fast in them. And then from there you can tune your setup. So when you get better, you can just tune your car setup. I will one day do a video on setting up a car suspension and steering geometry to make the most out of sim racing for you and Automobilista 2, because that will help people get more out of the cars as well. So that's the other thing too with the cars and GT3 racing. If you get used to playing around with the setups, you can get more out of the cars as well. So if you're jumping into these cars and absolutely not doing anything with them, I mean, that's fine, but the odd little setup tweak, you'll get more out of the car, and you'll get better times. You just got to know how to read the car and see what the car's doing, and why you're slow, why you're a lot slower than the top times on the track that you're on. But anyway, guys, we're going to keep this fairly short, and I'll leave you guys with a lap of Nords with AMG. Had heaps of fun getting faster and faster with these cars, especially on this track. But thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with my YouTube algorithm and helps my channel grow. But again, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video. See ya.